Welcome to Shreveport Connection with Tommy. This video is on your AEW versus NXT video results. Also, some other like NWA Power results as well. Impact Wrestling has signed Katie Forbes to a deal. And here's a picture of her with her boyfriend, RVD. That link. Women's Pro Wrestling Weekly sent word that the indie wrestler, actress, and model revealed on their show that she has inked a deal with Impact Wrestling. Yeah, so let me be me, and I can embrace it. So you all will see a lot more of that because starting today, I've just signed with Impact. Forbes revealed on the show, which you could see at the link. Forbes' boyfriend RVD is currently working with Impact as well. Forbes has worked for several promotions now, including Ring of Honor. She worked at WWE Tryout in 2015 and also worked as an enhancement talent. After appearing earlier this year, Forbes made her official Impact singles debut on last week's Impact. She faced Jordynne Grace, as seen in this link. A few more shots of her, including her and RVD backstage at Raw earlier this summer on that Twitter account. NWA Power episode can be found on this link, and I'll give you a little bit of the results. During the NWA Power episode, former WWE star Damien Sandow made his NWA debut. The main event was NWA World Tag Team Championship match. Wild Cards versus Eddie Kingston and Homicide. It ended in a no contest. Ricky Starks defeated Trevor Murdoch. Colt Cabana and Mr. Anderson defeated Sal Rinauro and Jordan Kingsley. NWA Women's Champion Allison Kay defeated Ashley Fox. NWA World Tag Team Championship match between the Wild Cards of Thomas Latimer, formerly known as Bram, and Royce Isaacs. Champion and Eddie Kingston and Homicide ended in no contest. Access TV Wrestling comments after a month on Twitter comments after months of bullied at WOW_Stephanie finally gets her shot at revenge against WOW_Abilene after defeating Jungle Roll. At WOW_The Beast secures her shot at the WOW Women's Championship. Premieres on October 12th on Access TV. Well, the show started off showcasing how Tessa Blanchard won the WOW World Championship in Season 1, as well as what happened between the Beast and Jungle Girl in last week's main event. After the match, the Beast goes looking for Blanchard and makes her sign a contract saying that she gets a chance at the WOW Championship. But we did not get to see if Blanchard signed it or not. David McLean, the main announcer, is sitting in his office, and Blanchard stormed into his office saying that she does not want to fight the Beast. He says that Blanchard can't keep choosing her opponents. Raina Reyes makes her way into the office and asks why she was asked to be there. Now the beginning credits roll in. McLean welcomes us to the show. All he does is go, "Welcome!" Jungle Girl stands in the ring and grabs the microphone. She says it seems to her that no one can beat her one-on-one. She tells the Beast if she wants to bring Blanchard with her down to the ring, then do so, and vice versa. She then begs for some competition. First match begins. Jungle Girl versus Sassy Messy. Great looking chick. All I can say for that for now. The crowd chants loudly. Sassy chant. Jungle Girl trips Massy face first. Now she takes her by the hair and swings her across the ring. Massy gets up and goes for a back smash and a crossbody. Goes for the cover and Jungle Girl kicks out at one. Jungle Girl with a German suplex on Massy. Massy is in the corner now. Jungle Girl throws her down a few forearms and kicks. Massy starts to look dazed. Massy gets Irish whipped across to the other corner. Jungle Girl nails a Samoan chop. She looks at the camera and asks, "Do you like that?" Maxie fights back with a kick and a back elbow. Maxie then follows it up with a wheelbarrow bulldog. Goes for the cover. Jungle Girl kicks out. Jungle Girl follows suit with a power slam and then goes for 2 jungle splashes. Several referees come out to stop the match after the damage Jungle Girl has caused. As she just continued to go after her. Several splashes from the top rope. And referee stoppage. No contest. Up next, you had Stephanie Slays versus getting her revenge on Abilene Maverick. A video package showed of the rocky relationship Slays and Maverick have had and how it has led to the fight tonight. Maverick grabs a hold of her microphone and announces that she injured her neck in a freak accident. And you know that this is a falsified comment. She said that she cannot compete tonight, but she does have someone that can take her place. Out comes the disciplinarian. So we get disciplinarian with Samantha Smart versus Stephanie Slays. Disciplinarian wastes no time and takes the lead on attacking Slays. Chokes her, hits her, puts her into several holds. Slays comes back with a clothesline, goes for a cover. Disciplinarian kicks out. Disciplinarian lifts Slays while choking her and slams her down to the mat. Then put Slays in a submission hold. Slays rolls over to the ropes to break the hold. Slays gets up and lands several forearms and a monkey flip. Slays then goes for a sunset flip, goes for the cover. Disciplinarian kicks out. Slays for the victory roll, goes for a cover again, but Disciplinarian kicks out again. Disciplinarian with a fireman's carry transforms into a TKO, covers, and wins the match. Winner of the match, Disciplinarian. After the match, Samantha Smart asked the fans if they were entertained with how the Disciplinarian took out Slays. Fans booed. After commercial, another qualifying tag team series match starts for their new tag team tournament. Monsters of Madness, Havoc and Hazard versus the Dixie Darlings. And this is the first time I've ever seen the Dixie Darlings. And they made their debut. Havoc and Hazard waste a little time and go for an attack right after the bell rings. Hazard tags in Havoc. Jolene tags in. Havoc has her up and throws her towards the turnbuckle. Hazard gets tagged in, goes for a snap suplex on Jolene. Goes for the cover. Jolene kicks out. Hazard slams Jolene into turnbuckles and tags in Havoc. Havoc pulls up Jolene and puts the foot to choke on her. Havoc tags in Hazard. Hazard goes for 2 chest chops. Havoc takes the tag rope on the side of the ring and chokes Jolene with it, but the referee wasn't looking. He then sees it and tells her to knock it off. Jolene then gets knocked out by Havoc on the outside. Back in the ring, Hazard drops Jolene. Jolene. You got Jolene and Jolene. In the ring, Hazard drops Jolene, goes for the cover, picks up the win. Winners and advance in the tournament, Monsters of Madness. They have, after a commercial break, Tessa Blanchard putting her WOW World title on the line. After the break, the main event is underway. Tessa versus Reyna Reyes for the Women of Honor World Championship. Bell rings. Reyes goes for a wrist lock. Blanchard gets out of it. Reyes for the Hurricane. Reyes then goes to the top rope, and Blanchard knocks her off. On the outside now, Blanchard continues to fight. Blanchard sends Reyes back in the ring. Blanchard goes for 2 lower back kicks, followed by a super kick. She goes for the cover, and Reyes kicks out. Reyes gets back up and plants a spinning wheel kick. Both ladies get up and exchange back and forth forearms. Reyes kicks Blanchard and then lands another Hurricane on the top rope now. Reyes jumps off and lands a sky twister on Blanchard from the outside. Reyes goes for the cover, and Blanchard puts her hands up on the ropes. Blanchard with a code breaker goes for the cover. Reyes kicks out. Lands a sky twister on Blanchard from the outside. Reyes goes for the cover, and Blanchard puts her hands up on the ropes. Blanchard with a code breaker goes for the cover. Reyes kicks out. Blanchard on top rope. Reyes climbs up and plants a Spanish fly. Goes for a cover. Blanchard on Blanchard, and she kicks out. Blanchard gets up and goes for a diamond DDT, and she goes for the cover. and retains the championship. After the match, Jungle Girl comes out to the ring and starts attacking Blanchard. She names the Jungle Splash on her. Several referees come out to help Blanchard. She pushes them away. Jungle Girl runs down to the locker room, and the Beast greets her. They both start brawling backstage, and the show comes to an end. NWA news: The Rock isn't the only WWE superstar to praise the new NWA Power show, as Mickie James and WWE UK champion Walter also have positioned positive reviews on social media. Walter took to Twitter this weekend and said that he really enjoyed the premiere of the NWA studio show, which you are hearing now. He wrote, "I really enjoyed at NWA Power. Mickie, who is married to current NWA World Champion Nick Aldis, took to Instagram with a photo of their son in the NWA ring. She praised Aldis, Dave Lagana, and NWA boss Billy Corgan. Quoted by saying, I think back to my first memories of wrestling and being a fan of the business that I've fallen in love with. Sitting with my dad and my sisters watching the NWA mesmerized me and created so many priceless memories. It and my heroes spawned a dream for a little girl against the world. I can't express into one post how extremely proud I am of my husband at Nick Aldis, at William Corrigan, and at Lagana for their tireless effort these past few years. You guys have truly done something special, and it's been an amazing journey to watch. The hashtag NWA has been reborn into something we could only imagine, and now it's real. Be proud, guys. Now you get to create memories for new generations with their fathers, just like Dee has now. I love that. Check it out tonight and forever, guys, and cherish the moments. YouTube.com/NWA and Facebook.com NWA. Hashtag NWA Power, or Mickie wrote. As noted in this past week, The Rock had a Twitter exchange with NWA announcer Jim Cornette. The exchange began when Cornette, who is doing commentary for the show, responded to a fan question about how small the ring is. Cornette responded, actually, standard size for all NWA rings and most southern territories has been 18 by 18 since from the 60s through the 70s. Some spot show small studios used 16 by 16 WCW. Tradition in WWF was 20 by 20 due to large northeast rings dating back to boxing rings in the 1950s. Some up to 24 by 24. Hashtag NWA Power. R. That's when The Rock chimed in with props for Cornette and the others behind the new NWA Power show. Rock wrote, "Congrats, Jim, the boys, crew, etc. Stumbled across this show last night and enjoyed it. I grew up in territories that started my career at Channel 5 in Memphis, so I have a lot of love and respect for small-scale crowd TV shows. Cool vintage feel. Keep working hard, boys. Rock." Unquote. Cornette responded to Rock and invited him to the next tapings. Cornette wrote, "Rocky, thank you so much for taking the time to check it out. I'm sure I speak for at Lagana and at Billy in offering you 2 tickets absolutely free to the next tapings. If you have more than 2 guests, I'll sneak one in the back for you." You can see the related social media posts. You hear them from Walter. All right, I gave you all that already, and Jim Cornette's actual link for that himself there for you. How does Twitter work? He was also asked. At Vegetus PR1DE at the Jim Cornette watching hashtag NWA Power, and only one question: why is the ring so small? Genuinely do not know. And also The Rock comment again. I think I did it twice. MLW War Chamber link episode pay-per-view, whatever it's called. And this link. Lance Archer is now your new IWGP US champion as he substituted for formerly known as Dean Ambrose, Jon Moxley, as he was stripped of the title, and they had a match, and he became your new champion. Archer won the title at NJPW King of Pro Wrestling event by defeating Juice Robinson, and he actually can be found this week. He replaced Jon Moxley, who was forced to vacate the title after being unable to attend the show due to travel issues brought on by Typhoon the Typhoon, and hit Japan over the weekend. New Japan announced hours before the show began that Moxley was being stripped of the title. Yes, I do believe they got 30 days to defend the title anyway. Archer versus Robinson was originally announced as a singles match, but Archer demanded it a no DQ match. Like the title match that was previously scheduled. After the match, David Finlay returned to NJPW after being out for several months following shoulder surgery and took Archer out. Which we can find that link. This is Archer's first run with the IWGP US title, as Moxley won it back in June by defeating Juice. Zack Sabre Jr. was also unable to make the show due to travel issues. Kevin Kelly reportedly made it to the arena an hour or so before the event began. AEW has announced that their 12th Dynamite episode will air live from Corpus Christi, Texas. So that makes their second event in Texas for the month of December. December 18th, AEW Dynamite episode on TNT has been announced for the American Bank Center in Corpus Christi. They will be in Garland, Texas the week before. Tickets go on sale this Friday at 12 noon by Ticketmaster and at AEWTix.com. And prices start at $20. As seen in this next news, AEW stars featured on the Corpus Christi promotional graphic are AEW World Champion Chris Jericho, the Young Bucks, Cody Rhodes, and Dustin Rhodes. Here are the current lineups for the next few AEW Dynamite episodes and the Full Gear pay-per-view. Wednesday, October 16th from Licoris Center in Philadelphia. That was this week's show. AEW World Champion Chris Jericho defended against Darby Allin in a Philadelphia street fight. AEW Women's Champion defended against Britt Baker. AEW World Tag Team Title Tournament, first round, SoCal Uncensored versus Best Friends. Another Tag Team Title match, first round, Lucha Brothers versus Jurassic Express. Jon Moxley and PAC Tag Team against Kenny Omega and the Hangman Adam Page. Wednesday, October 23rd, from Peterson Event Center in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Advertised matches, Jon Moxley will be in action, semifinals of the AEW Tag Team titles. October 30th, Charleston Coliseum from Charleston, West Virginia. Chris Jericho in action, Jon Moxley in action. First ever AEW World Tag Team Champions will be crowned in the tournament finals. November 6th episode, Bojangles Coliseum in Charlotte, North Carolina. Full Gear, Go Home Show. No matches announced. From Saturday, November 9th, Full Gear pay-per-view from the Royal Farms Arena in Baltimore, Maryland. So far, you got two matches. Cody Rhodes versus AEW World Champion Chris Jericho. That might be changed from the results from from the actual action tonight. Results later. Jon Moxley versus Kenny Omega. November 13th episode from Nashville, Tennessee, from the Municipal Auditorium. Fallout for Full Gear. Matches to be announced. November 20th from Indiana Farms Coliseum in Indianapolis State Fair at Indianapolis, Indiana. No matches announced. From the Sears Center Arena in Chicago, Illinois, November 27th. Thanksgiving week. December 4th episode from State Farm Center in Champaign, Illinois. To be announced. Nothing was announced. Dallas-Fort Worth from Metroplex in Garland, Texas. Nothing announced yet. And December 18th episode, American Bank Center of Corpus Christi, Texas. Luchasaurus. Okay, the matches have not been announced for that. Luchasaurus will not be competing tonight in the AEW Dynamite episode due to a hamstring injury, according to PW Insider. Luchasaurus was scheduled to team with Jungle Boy to face Ray Phoenix and Pentagon in a first round match in the AEW Tag Team Title Tournament. Due to the injury, Jungle Boy will now be teaming with Marco Stunt. And these guys were pretty great luchadors. They got high-flying action. AEW officials reportedly decided to pull Luchasaurus from the match on Wednesday afternoon, so he does not risk any further injury. No word yet on when Luchasaurus will be back in action, but stay tuned for more updates as I give you the status on his injuries. AEW World Champion Chris Jericho isn't too happy with the Minneapolis Embassy Suites by Hilton. Jericho tweeted before the episode, "Hello at Embassy Suites, #Minneapolis. Word of advice, when a customer asks to speak to #Kimberly, the manager, and then gets ignored with silent treatment, disrespected and dismissed, make sure you don't have any army behind them ready to take a stand against bad service at Hilton Hotels." On this week's AEW Dynamite, Darby Allin will be facing Chris Jericho for the AEW Championship in a Philadelphia street fight. As of yet, Embassy Suites has not responded to Jericho's message, at least on Twitter. Being Elite, episode 174, called Glass Coffee Table, can be found at this link, and it's only 20 minutes long. That's free. Previous episode have been like 48 to 58 minutes. AEW Dark can be found at this link, which airs every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Gave you the results. Well, that link you get to see the whole entire episode, which you can find on AEW's YouTube channel. Cena and SoCal Uncensored versus the Dark Order and Angelico and Jack Evans. Peter Avalon with Leva Bates and Sonny Kiss versus Sonny Kiss versus Kip Sabian. Triple threat. And you got Kenny Omega versus Joey Janela in an unsanctioned lights out match. AEW Dynamite's coming from the Luchasaurus Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Before the show got started, Joey Janela defeated Brandon Cutler in a dark match that is scheduled to stream on next Tuesday's AEW Dark. Taz came out to call the match as a guest commentator for next week's Dark match, and you can see the picture of that link. We'll have the post-Dynamite Dark match after results posted for the actual show. And at Piggy Carnage, replying to at Piggy Carnage, and official Taz is here. And the pictures can be seen there. Before things between SCU and Best Friends got started, to start off the show, Phoenix and Pentagon attacked SCU during their entrance. Phoenix rammed Kazarian into the ring post. Pentagon hits a package pile driver on the ramp. Scorpio Sky runs down to chase away Phoenix and Pentagon. Matt and Nick come out to check on Daniels as the medical team stretchered Daniels out. And so he's been taken out of the match as referee Rick Knox says Daniels cannot wrestle. So Sky immediately says, "I can replace him. I want to do it." And at TD_wrestling says that at Penta Elzerom wasted no time taking over tonight at AEW Dynamite. And this link. You find that action there. Best Friends versus SoCal Uncensored, the actual match for the AEW tournament match. Kazarian and Taylor got things started. Taylor goes right after Kazarian's already dinged up back. Pile driver right into a knee strike on Kazarian, covers for a 2 count. Sky gets in there, but doesn't have much luck. Sky's sneaker comes off, and Taylor throws it over to the ramp. Then bites Sky's foot. Taylor with a double stomp on Sky's back. Trent hits a spear on Kazarian out on the floor. Well, TD_wrestling says, not the SCU combo they expected to face, but that's no problem for her. At Sexy Chucky T and at Trenchy Locks. Hashtag AEW Dynamite. Hashtag AEW on TNT. Can be found in that link for more action. Back in the ring, Trent continues to work over Kazarian. Chops hits him up on top turnbuckle. Kazarian fights him off. Though for a moment, Taylor gets under Trent's legs to help lift him up and hit a superplex on Kazarian. Covers 2 count. Sky gets a tag, still without one shoe, but is able to clear out both opponents. Sky looks to fight, but Taylor cut him to stop that. Taylor went for a senton out on the floor and mistakenly hit Trent. Kazarian with a hurricanrana from the ring down to the floor on Taylor. Sky then flips over the top and takes out both guys. Then Sky then launches his remaining sneaker out to the crowd, and he gets hit right back into the middle of the ring. Crowd with a "He's got no shoes" chant. Trent gets launched into the corner, rolling elbow by Sky. Kazarian tags in, springboard leg drop. Comments from TDE_wrestling. Somebody throw me a shoe at this link. Best friends hit a foot to the face, half and half suplex on Kazarian. They go for a hug. Sky breaks it up. Crowd boos. Sky eats a raising knee strike, followed by a flying knee. Then they get a big hug themselves. Kazarian gets put up on Taylor's shoulders. Trent with a big doomsday knee off the top rope, covers for a 2 count. Trent trying to pile drive Kazarian on the apron. Sky stopped that. Then send Taylor into the barricade. Kazarian back body drop Trent on the apron. Sky tags in, powerbomb dropkick combo on Trent for the 3 count. SCU wins by pinfall to advance to semis. During the break, we see Santana and Ortiz entering the building. Santana and Ortiz versus John Silver and Alex Reynolds. Santana and Silver get things going. Santana with insecurity to the face, diving back elbow in the corner. Ortiz tags in, powerbomb right into a kick to the face from Santana. Santana then clears out Reynolds on the floor. Ortiz with a couple back scratches and taunts his opponent a bit. He lifts Silver up. Santana to the top for a sweeper. Cover, and we're done. Santana Ortiz by pinfall. Backstage, the World Champion, Chris Jericho, slaps it up for his guys. He says they are going to continue to dominate and run through everyone. Jericho says Santana and Ortiz want the Young Bucks. They show a video for Cody and Brandy that says he's one of the most intense people she's ever met and knew when he accepted the title match against Jericho that he would go away to get prepared for it. JR talks about how Cody has to balance the upcoming match and his EVP duties, while Jericho can solely focus on the match. We'll hear more from DDP, Tony Schiavone, and MJF. Clips are shown of Cody training. MJF says this title match means everything to Cody. Rio versus Brett Baker for the AEW Women's Championship. Brett Baker still supporting a black eye from B. Priestley's attack on last week's show. Commentary noted that she didn't want to wear makeup to cover it up, so she could be reminded of what happened. Baker with a couple of arm drags. Baker looks for a lockjaw submission, but Rio got to the ropes to escape. Baker charges in, eats a couple of forearms. Rio heads up top, but Baker follows, looks for a superplex, but gets punched. There's a lot of counters and reversals in this match, and what have you. Rio with a crossbody. Baker rolls with it for a pin attempt. Rio bridges up out of the pin. Well, not much of that. As you can see, the distance between the pin fall from Brett Baker and Rio, then hits a low drop kick after the bridge up. TDE Wrestling says that Doctor at real Brett Baker with the super kick. And you can see it at that link. Baker hits a back elbow. Rio rolls Baker up and hits a double stomp to the midsection. Baker nails a sling blade. Rio hits a forearm. Baker hits a TKO single leg drop kick. Covers for a 2 count. Rio tries for a couple of pin attempts. No luck. Match has not been very clean with some of the exchanges. Baker with a swinging neck breaker, kick to the face, pin, 2.5. Very close 3 count. She thought she had the 3 count, even the crowd. Rio lands a few palm strikes. Baker punches her in the face. Rio with a Northern Light suplex for a 2 count. Rio with a single leg Boston Crab submission. Baker gets close to the ropes, but Rio grabs her back to the middle of the ring. Baker gets to the ropes for the escape. Rio with a double stomp off the top rope to the back. Pin gets a 2 count, but double knee strike to the back of the head. Cover for a 2 count again. Rio charges in, misses and runs into the turnbuckle. Baker with a ripcord elbow strike. Baker goes for a lockjaw again. Tries for the mandible claw. Rio fights it off at first. Baker tries for it again. Rio rolls back. It gets the sneaky 1, 2, 3. And with a big smile on her face, that was about it. And she retains the title. After the match, Baker doesn't look happy, but puts out her hand. Rio shakes it, celebrates a bit, and heads off. Commentary says Christopher Daniels suffered a stinger after getting a package pile jobber on the ramp from Pentagon Jr. Lucha Brothers versus Jurassic Express for the AE Tag Team Tournament match. Stunt and Pentagon got things going. Pentagon gives him a Cero Mito with a shove. Stunt then shoves him back, dances a bit. Pentagon takes the glove off and then throws it at Jungle Boy. He gives Stunt a Cero Mito and Stunt bites his fingers. Jungle Boy gets in, lifts Stunt on the shoulders. He leaps off, hits a Hurricane Rana on Pentagon. Stunt tries to do the same to Pentagon. He throws him off and over to Phoenix, but Stunt hits a DDT on him. Jungle Boy hits the DDT on Pentagon Jr. Stunt with a suicide dive out to the floor on Phoenix. Jungle Boy with an outside moonsault on Pentagon. Back in the ring, Jungle Boy lifts and flips Stunt down on Pentagon, covers for a 2 count. At AEW on Twitter, said that Marco Stunt is putting everything on the line tonight. At this link. Jungle Boy tags in. Stunt kicks Pentagon in the head. Jungle Boy with a German suplex covers for a 2 count. Pentagon thrown into the corner. Stunt tagged in. Runs at Pentagon and eats a super kick. Jungle Boy gets a thrust kick to the face. Phoenix tags in, rolls in and eats a knee. Phoenix chops both Stunt and his partner. Phoenix dances on the ropes, hits an insecurity to Stunt, who was sitting on the top rope. And then arm drag, Jungle Boy all in one motion. Phoenix with a twisting splash out on the floor on Jungle Boy. Back in the ring, Stunt eats a big pump handle driver. Pin for a 2 count. Pentagon argues with the referee for a moment. Pentagon with a big kick that flips Stunt down to the mat. Barks at the referee again. And kicks Stunt again. Split screen break. As Pentagon is just beating Stunt the entire time. Stunt lands a kip up. Low drop kick lands. Both Jungle Boy and Phoenix are tagged in. Jungle Boy rising elbow on Jungle Boy. Reverse DDT on Pentagon. Stunt with a suicide dive on Pentagon. Jungle Boy with a back flipping knee strike on Phoenix. Stunt with a 450 splash off the top rope. Running shooting star press by Jungle Boy covers for a 2 count. Pentagon gets in there with a Canadian Destroyer on Jungle Boy. Pentagon in and swings Stunt around by his hair and drops him to the mat. Pentagon with an arm breaker and snaps Stunt's arm. Package pile driver, double stomp combo, covers for a 3 count. Lucha Brothers advance in the semis. To the semis. John Moxley says one injury isn't going to keep him down. The pecking order is still him at the top. Says he wants to bounce Kenny Omega's head on his wall. PAC and John Moxley versus Hangman Page and Kenny Omega. Today is supposedly Omega's birthday. Crowd with a happy birthday chant. PAC and Moxley turn their backs on Omega and Page. Immediately attack. Moxley and Omega get things started. Multiple shots from both wrestlers in the corner. Page and Pac still fighting on the floor. Back in the ring. Pac tags in. Eats a Kacharo Crusher. Moxley able to tag in through and chokes Omega with his boot in the corner. TD_Wrestling says it. Kenny Omega Man X has his sights set on PAC at this link. Page and Moxley meet at top rope. Page shoves him down. Lariat covers for a 2 count. Moxley on the apron. Eats a boot from Page. Page goes to the top rope and gets distracted by PAC. Moxley shoves Page off as he lands back first on the apron. PAC and Moxley in firm control of the match at this point. Moxley with a Texas Clover release, but Omega breaks it up. Pac sends Omega to the outside. Page gets up on the apron, boots Moxley. Buckshot Lariat misses. Discus Lariat hits on Moxley. TD_wrestling and Jock Moxley wipes out Page at this link. Omega with a flip over the top rope to the floor. Moxley with a suicide dive, taking out both PAC and Omega. Page heads up for a moonsault off the top rope on PAC and Moxley. Omega with an elbow in the corner. Lariat by Page on PAC. Omega with a buckle bomb, rolling elbow. Running shooting star press, covers. Moxley breaks it up. Crowd with a "This is awesome" chant. Omega pops Moxley with a V-trigger. Pac with a springboard cutter on Omega. Pump kick to Page, but Pac gets dumped to the floor, and Page hits him hard with a suicide dive. And TD_wrestling says, "Don't tell it, John Moxley, what to do." At this link. Moxley and Omega face off in the ring and start swinging. Knees by Omega. Headbutt and massive lariat by Moxley that turns Omega inside out. Both Omega and Moxley go under the ring and grab some barbed wire wrapped weapons. The referee gets chased off to the outside and jakes on Page and Pac. Moxley smacks Omega with a bat. Pac comes in and is mad that Moxley is using a weapon in this match. He takes a bat and throws it. Looks like he cut his finger in the process. Moxley ends up flipping Pac off, hits a double arm DDT and leaves. Pac slowly gets up and turns around right into a buckshot lariat. Omega with a V-trigger. Page hits the dead eye, covers for the 3 count. Adam Page and Kenny Omega win by pinfall. Next week's matches are advertised. Private Party versus the Lucha Brothers. Tag Team Tournament Semis. SoCal Uncensored versus Dark Order. Tag Team Tournament Semis. Greg Baker in action. Young Bucks in action. PAC versus John Moxley. Chris Jericho is champion versus Darby Allin. Philadelphia Street Fight for the AEW World Championship. All in. Off to a quick start. Using his agility to outpace Jericho. All in. Drops Jericho out on the floor. Throws him back in the ring. Jericho with a kick to slow All In down. Jericho with chops in the corner. Close on to the back of the head. All In lands some strikes. Yoshitonic for a 2 count. All In looks for something and ends up eating a big clothesline. Jericho then sends All In into the corner. And All In ends up spinning through the ropes, landing hard out on the floor. The TD_wrestling, you can't prepare for a guy like a Darby Allin. All In. It can be found on this link. Jericho tries his hand at All In's skateboard out on the floor. Back in the ring, Jericho uses a kendo stick on All In, but he recovers. Drops Jericho, covers for a 2 count. All In clocks Jericho with a couple of kendo stick shots, roll him up, hits springboard crossbody back down on Jericho for a 2 count. All In locks a Future Warrior arm bar. Jericho reverses it into a Walls of Jericho. All In able to break the rope. As he got to the ropes, Jericho and Edwards jaw a bit. All In hits Jericho with a kendo stick. Crossbody on top rope, covers for a 2 count. Jericho hits the code breaker on All In. Covers, All In gets the rope again. Commentary noted that rope breaks are allowed in this match. At the beginning, Jericho grabs a chair and jams it into All In's midsection. At AEW Wrestling, at Darby Allin still fighting with both hands tied behind his back. at this link. Jericho and the Boston Crab. All In gets the ropes again. Jericho grabs some tape and tapes All In's hands behind his back. Jericho fakes throwing the tape to the crowd and drops it on the floor. Jericho slaps All In a few times and just throws him around the ring. All In dodges Jericho and hits the second rope. No-handed moonsault. Cover only gets a 2 count though. Drop kick by All In. Jericho out to the floor. All In with a kendo with a senton suicide dive. Back in the ring, All In climbs to the top rope. Twisting senton covers for a 2 count. Jericho drops All In, then powerbombs him on the skateboard. Pin covers for a 2 count. Chair shot misses by Jericho. All In kicks a chair into Jericho's face. All In goes back to the top rope again. Referee checking on Jericho, but Jake Hager digs in and pushes All In right in the face. Jericho mocks his Boston Crab again, and All In verbally taps. Chris Jericho by submission to retain the AEW World title. After the match, the rest of the Inner Circle head out to the ring to celebrate. They crack open a little bit of the bubbly as Jericho celebrates with the title in hand. At AEW Wrestling, the Inner Circle celebrating the only way they know. At this link. After AEW Dynamite ended, Nyla Rose defeated the Librarian, Leva Bates with Peter Avalon by a set-out powerbomb finish. In the final dark match of the night, Cody, Dustin, and the Young Bucks defeated Private Party, Seema, and T-Hawk. As noted before the show, Joey Janela beat Brandon Cutler after hitting a superplex. As per usual, these matches will be on next week's AEW Dark. Taz will be the special guest commentator appearance. At KBW Funhouse says 8-man tag in AEW Dark can be found at this link. And Ethan Kramer contributed to the article for the whole episode. After last night's Dynamite Dark matches, a young fan dressed as Orange Cassidy was brought into the ring with Cody, Brandy, MJF, and Dustin Rhodes, and the Young Bucks. Cody then called for a referee, got down on the mat, and took the pin. Cody then wondered if that hurt his win-loss record, and joked Orange would now wrestle AEW World Champion Chris Jericho at Full Gear on November 9th. During his speech, Cody acknowledged security crew, Taz commentary, and thanked the crowd. Thanks to Bob Culture podcast for that news. At Derek Esquire says, safe to say that this was his best birthday ever. I have no words. Thank you at Cody Rhodes, at Matt Jackson 13, at Nick Jackson YB, at Dustin Rhodes, at _MJF, at AEW Wrestling, at AEW on TNT. At this link. Dark match before NXT episode saw North American champion Leo Rush win a non-title match over Austin Theory, who still holds the Evolve title. The second pre-show dark match of the night saw Santana Garrett and Zia Lee defeat Chelsea Green and Deonna Purrazzo. Lee got the pin on Purrazzo to get the win. Thanks to Running Jay on Twitter, as Zia Lee and Santana Garrett defeated Deonna Purrazzo and Chelsea Green at this link. Various fan photos from tonight's NXT Dark matches at Full Sail live from Winter Park, Florida. At Nico Extra at this link. The man of the hour, Leo Rush versus Austin Theory. For the dark match with a sale equal to The Rock. NXT episode opens up with a video package that has highlights from the previous weeks, including the return of Tommaso Ciampa. What do they call it? Live from the Full Sail from Winter Park, Florida, Mauro Ronaldo welcomes us. Crowd's hot tonight. Mauro will join them by Nigel McGuinness, the Hall of Famer Beth Phoenix. They hype the show and send us right to the ring. Tommaso Ciampa versus Angel Garza. Goes to the ring, out comes Tommaso for his in-ring return. As Alicia Taylor does the ring introductions, fans pop for Ciampa. Out next comes Angel Garza as Ciampa stares him down from the turnbuckles. Bell rings as fans chant, "Ciampa's gonna kill you." To start, Garza charges, but Ciampa drops him first with a big shoulder tackle. They run the ropes and trade counters. Garza shows up some and drops to one knee, Ciampa a handshake. Fan chant for Ciampa. Garza stunt leads to an enziguri to the head of Ciampa. They end up on the floor, and Ciampa launches Garza into the apron, then the barrier, then over to the floor again. Ciampa sits on the apron, plays for the crowd for a big pop. They return to the ring, and Ciampa rocks Garza. Ciampa goes for a fairy tale ending, but Garza rams him back into the corner. Garza turns around with a big drop kick to the left knee in the corner. Garza sends Ciampa out to the floor, nails a suicide dive, brings him back in the ring, and Garza nails a missile drop kick. Some fan chant for Garza now as he poses it in the middle of the ring for a pop. Ciampa comes right back and unloads. Ciampa drops Garza in the corner and delivers a bunch of offense. Ciampa charges in with a big knee to his face, sending Garza to the outside. Ciampa stomps away on Garza's Mexican flag now to mostly cheers. Ciampa uses the flag some more and then drops Garza with a big second rope draping DDT. Will of his belt, pin for the pin to win. After the match, Ciampa stands tall in his music plays. We go to replays. Fan chant, "Welcome back." As Ciampa goes to make his exit, music interrupts and out comes Undisputed Era NXT Champion Adam Cole, North American Champion Roger Strong, NXT Tag Team Champions Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish. They march to ringside as Ciampa takes a seat in a chair in the middle of the ring. With a crutch in hand, O'Reilly goes to the announcers and tosses them a USB drive, telling them that they need to check it out. Undisputed Era stares Ciampa down from the bottom of the ramp, taunting him. Ciampa is standing now, staring right back at them. Morrow says he will get the USB stick to the production truck to see if they're able to show it to the fans tonight. We see Johnny Gargano backstage. We also see Keith Lee backstage preparing for his match. We go to commercial. Back to the break, Morrow says the USB stick from the Undisputed Era has been cleared for viewing. Video plays and shows the Undisputed Era backstage somewhere with Adam Cole talking trash to the camera. We then see the Velveteen Dream laid out on top of some boxes on a pallet. Roger Strong talks trash and says this is what he gets for getting in his way. Cole says the same thing will happen to Finn Balor if he becomes a problem. Undisputed Era walks off with Dream still laid out. Danny Burch and Ole Lorcan versus the Imperium. Goes to ring. Out first comes the team of Ole Lorcan and Danny Burch. Out next comes Imperium, Martel Barthel, and Fabian Aichner with Alexander Wolf. WWK Champion Walter is not with them. Imperium marches to the ring and poses in the center as Burch and Lorcan watch from their corner. Aichner starts off with Burch and takes control with a headlock. The tag on the Burch gets tagged in. Lorcan gets a tag and delivers chops. Aichner takes Burch to Imperium's corner, and in comes Barthel to take over on Burch. Barthel comes off the top, but Burch hits a headbutt in midair. Burch unloads now. Burch with a missile drop kick and a keep up. Burch fights off of both opponents. Now Burch goes to charge at Aichner, but Barthel makes a save with a basement drop kick. Barthel and Aichner stand tall and pose on the ropes as we go to commercial. Back to the break, Barthel has Burch grounded. Burch with the jawbreaker. Burch keeps control and lands in Lorcan as Aichner also tags in. Burch goes to work on Aichner and nails 2 dives. Second taking down both opponents. Lorcan leaps out again and takes them both down once again. Lorcan and Burch with double team moves on Aichner now. Aichner kicks out at 2. Barthel stops another double team and pulls his partner to safety on the floor. Aichner and Lorcan unload on each other with chops in the middle of the ring now. Lorcan ends up crashing into Barthel, sending him off the apron. Lorcan and Aichner go at it. Lorcan hits a suplex on Aichner while Barthel dives out to take Burch down. Aichner hits a big springboard moonsault from the apron to the top on Lorcan, but he still kicks out of two. Aichner and fans can't believe it. Lorcan and Aichner trade more shots. Martel tags in, but Lorcan fights them both off with chops. Imperium with a big spine buster kick combo. Then they hit the top rope European uppercut into a powerbomb combo. Martel covers Lorcan for the pin and the win. After the match, Lorcan and Burt stumble to the top as Imperium recovers in the ring. Imperium's music hits, we go to replays. Imperium stands tall in the middle of the ring. Mauro sends out to a video package on how Johnny Gargano is NXT for life. Gargano says he will do whatever it takes to be NXT champion again. Gargano is backstage with Kathy Kelly in a video that was recorded earlier. She asks about the history with Tommaso Ciampa, and he says it's been documented, the ups and the downs. Gargano isn't sure where things stand, and he won't know until he and Ciampa see each other face to face. We see Dominic Dijakovic backstage warming up. We get a quick video teaser for Io Shirai. And she'll be in action later on. Back to commercial. And that match is up next. Io Shirai versus Caden Carter. Going to ring out first comes Io Shirai. Caden Carter was out next. Bell rings, the Carter charges as fan champ for Shirai. As they go back and forth with counters and pin attempts for a few minutes. Carter with a big drop kick that sends Shirai out for a breather. Carter tries for a kick from the apron, but Shirai sends her into the apron. Patty dueling chances to bring it back in. Shirai with a springboard drop kick from the apron for a close 2 count. Carter ends up scraping the leg out and going for the pin, but Shirai keeps fighting. Carter goes on, kicks Shirai in the face for a 2 count. More back and forth. Shirai with a huge German suplex for a pop. Shirai keeps control and hits a big moonsault for the pin and the win. After the match, Shirai stands tall as the music hits. We go to replay. Shirai takes the mic and fans cheer for her. They chant her name now. Shirai says it's not Rhea Ripley. It's not Bianca Belair. It's not NXT Women's Champion Shayna Baszler. It's all about Io. Music interrupts. Out comes Ripley to the ring. Ray enters the ring and faces off with Shirai in the middle. Fan chant Rhea's name. Shirai goes to speak, but Rhea snatches the mic from her hand. Rhea says, last week, Belair ran her mouth. Next week, Ray gets to put her back in her place. But if Shirai ever puts Rhea's name in her mouth again, she has no problem shutting Shirai up. Fan chant fight now as they face off. Shirai smiles and backs off, talking trash. Rhea tosses the mic and stares her down. Fans continue chanting Rhea's name as Shirai makes her exit from the ring. Still talking trash, Rhea's music hits it to end the segment. We see how Kelly and Dane destroyed Boa last week. Right after Boa's loss to Cameron Grimes, we see Boa backstage warming up. He speaks some in Chinese and continues warming up. Kelly is with NXT General Manager William Regal in the arena. She asked about the Velveteen Dream after he was attacked by the Undisputed Era earlier. Regal says Dream won't be able to compete next week in the match against NXT North American Champion Roger Strong, and it might be a long time before he does return. Regal then announced that Strong will still defend his title next Wednesday against the winner of Keith Lee versus Dominic Dijakovic. Fan cheers, we go back to commercial. Rubber match, Keith Lee versus Dominic Dijakovic. As we go to the ring, out first comes Keith Lee. Winner of this rubber match will become your new number 1 contender to the NXT North American Champion Roger Strong for a title match next week. Dominic was out next. Fans are hot for the start of the match. They meet in the middle of the ring and rock each other with a big shoulder collisions in the middle of the ring. Dijakovic goes down to one knee first as Lee focuses on his arm. Lee lifts Dijakovic with a straight arm lift and continues to control him as fans are riled up. They run the ropes and Lee drops Dijakovic with a big shoulder. Fan chant for Lee as he keeps control and hits a splash for a 2 count. Dijakovic ends up turning around and dropping Lee for a 2 count as we go to commercial. Back from the break, they trade big shots in the middle of the ring. Lee fires back with lefts and rights, sending Dijakovic into the corner for a pop. Lee with a smash in the corner. Lee tosses Dijakovic across the ring, nails a big left hand in the corner. Lee keeps control and levels Dijakovic for another close 2 count. Dijakovic comes back and ends up hitting a big choke bomb that can't put Lee away. Fan chat, this is awesome. Dijakovic takes Lee to the top and rocks him. Dijakovic climbs, but Lee fights back, chops him to the mat. Lee stands on the second rope, nails a big frog splash on the injured left arm of Dijakovic. Fan check NXT now. Lee goes on and hits a big sit-down power bomb, but Dijakovic rolls to the floor to avoid the pin. Lee followed out to the floor as the referee counts. They bring him back in the ring and trade shots. Lee with a big punch in the corner. Lee charges but runs right into a cyclone kick. Dijakovic with another close 2 count. They fight back to their feet in the middle of the ring again. Dijakovic calls for the finish, but Lee blocks the suplex. Dijakovic blocks Lee now. Lee keeps holding onto him and finally hits a big vertical suplex for a 2 count. Lee with a close 2 count. Lee climbs to the top, but Dijakovic super kicks him from the mat. Dijakovic tries to slam Lee to the mat, but his left hand is hurting. Dijakovic gets Lee in the electric chair now. Lee counters that with a huge reverse hurricanrana, but Dijakovic still kicks out of 2. Everyone goes wild as the crowd chants NXT. Dijakovic unloads with elbows on the top now. Dijakovic goes for a hurricanrana, but Lee blocks it. Dijakovic fights back up, but Lee looks to get the upper hand. Roger Strong suddenly hits the ring for a disqualification finish, hitting the competitors with the NXT North American title belt while they're in the corner. Well, they started off on the top turnbuckle for that. No contest was the ruling. After the bell, Strong celebrates as he's just accomplished something. William Regal comes out and announces that Strong still will defend his title on next Wednesday in a triple threat match instead. Fans pop, but Strong throws a fit. We see Pete Doom backstage warming up. Still to come, Matt Riddle returns to action. Back to commercial. Back from the break, we see what happened during the commercial break with the Undisputed Era yelling at William Regal as he left the building. They're not happy with the triple threat announcement. Matt Riddle versus Bronson Reed. We go to the ring. Out first comes Matt Riddle for a pop. Bronson Reed was out next. Bell rings and they go at it. Riddle takes control early on. Unloads with a kick. Aggressive offense. Riddle launches Reed with a big exploder suplex. Riddle follows up with a running kick to the face for a close 2 count. Reed blocks the Broton and comes back with a big senton of his own. Riddle blocks shots and unloads with strikes of his own. Riddle blocks a shot, nails a kick, tips up. Riddle ends up hitting the Bro 2 sleep, and then a big power bomb in the middle of the ring. Riddle follows up with a final flash knee strike to the face for a 2 count. They go on with Reed getting more offense in. Reed looks to put Riddle away, but Riddle blocks. More back and forth between the two until Riddle drops Reed on his head again for the pin and the win. After the match, Riddle stands tall as the music hits. We go to replays. Reed watches from down in the corner as Riddle turns his attention to him. Riddle offers his fist for a show of respect. Reed gets up, show of respect with a pound. Riddle celebrates as he makes his exit. Announcer sent us a video package of Bianca Belair, who sends a warning to Rhea Ripley. So to come, Tegan Knox returns to the ring. Back to commercial. Back to the right, we see a trainer taking a look at Kushida's hairline fracture in his left wrist from last week, following the lawsuit UK champion Walter. Tainara versus Tegan Knox. We go to the ring, and out first comes Tainara Conti. Tegan Knox was out next. Fans give her a big pop for her return to action. Bell rings and they go at it. Knox with an early 2 count. Tainara tries to mount offense. Knox with a nice job kick for a 2 count. Tainara ends up going behind, connecting with a big kick to the head to send Knox out of the ring. Tainara follows and brings it back into the ring. As the referee counts, Tainara with more aggressive offense, and Tainara shuts her down. Part 2, conclusion. of your NXT results. AEW was in part 1. Knox nails a big uppercut and keeps the offense going. Knox with a choke slam and a running elbow into the corner. Knox with a senton in the corner now. Knox goes to the top, hits a crossbody. Knox follows up with the Shining Wizard for the pin and the win. After the match, Knox stands tall. As the music hits, we go to replays. Kathy Kelly is at ringside with Knox. Her team kick partner, Dakota Kai, comes down to hug her. Kathy asks a question, but the music interrupts. Out comes the NXT champion Shayna Baszler, Marina Shafir, and Jasmine Duke. Baszler asks if Knox wants to throw her name into the hat, and she does. Baszler asks if that's a good idea. Baszler says she should ask Dakota what it's like to be in the ring with her. Baszler says Knox is running out of limbs to rehab. Knox and Kai talk trash. Baszler says Knox isn't even worthy of a title shot and should call her when she's done something. We get a quick video teaser for Finn Balor. He has a special message coming tonight. Back for the break, we get a video package of Finn Balor from a pre-recorded message. Balor talks about how you have to go back to paths you previously taken after your life comes to a crossroads. Did those steps take you to a good place, or did they darken your path? Balor says he has retraced his steps, and next week, his future will be his past. Boa versus Killian Dane. We go back to the ring. Out comes Boa, who asked for this match to get payback from last week. Killian was out next. The bell rings and Boa charges with a big kick to the face. Boa unloads, but Dane takes it against the ropes. Boa drop kick to stun Dane and send him to one knee. Boa kicks Dane out of the ring next. Boa falls to the floor, but Dane takes him down with a crossbody out of nowhere. Dane brings Boa back in the ring, drops a big elbow, and a third. Dane takes Boa to the corner and unloads with kicks to the injured ribs. Dane whips Boa into an opposite corner as he goes down. Dane with more offense and 2 count. Boa tries to fight back, but Dane levels him with a knee to the gut. Dane with a snap suplex. Dane takes his time with the corner, and Boa kicks out of 2. Boa ends up unloading with strikes to try and make a comeback, but Dane drops him out of nowhere with a big lariat. Dane slams Boa and hits a senton splash. Dane follows up with a Vader bomb for a second turnbuckle, and then another. Dane steps on Boa, goes back to the corner for a third Vader bomb. Dane applies his Wrath submission, manhandles Boa until he taps out. After the bell, referee finally gets Dane to break the hold as his music hits. We got to replays. Dane stands tall to play to the crowd. Announcer sent us to a video package on the new NXT Cruiserweight Champion Leo Rush. Announcer says there are many challengers who are lining up for a shot at Rush's title. Pete Dunne versus Damian Priest. What's up next? We go back to the ring. Out comes Pete Dunne for the main event. Killian Dane approaches from the side of the stage, and they have words as the referee approaches to get in between them. Dunne reaches out and snaps Dane's fingers out of nowhere. A group of officials hold Dane back as Dunne hits the ring. Back to commercial. Back from the break, and the announcers confirm Belair versus Ripley for next week, alongside with Djokovic versus Lee versus Strong for the North American title. We go back to the ring and fans chant Bruiserweight as Dunne waits. Lights go out and the spotlight hits the stage as we see Damian Priest. The Archer of Infamy marches to the ring as Dunne looks on. Bell rings and they size each other up. They lock up and go at it, trading offense and counters. Priest with a big jumping elbow. Dunne tries to fight back, but Priest works on the arm. They run the ropes and Dunne nails a big forearm clubbing shot. Dunne takes Priest down by his fingers and stomps on them for a pop. Dunne keeps control and works on the arm and the hand some more. Dunne bends Priest's elbow and stomps it into the steel ring steps as the referee counts. They break the count and go at it on the apron again. Priest kicks Dunne away on the floor. Priest brings it back into the ring. and keeps control, standing tall over Dune as we go back to a commercial again. Back from the break, the undefeated Priest goes to the top, but Dune cuts him off and climbs up himself. Dune hits a big superplex that they both land hard. Fan chant NXT now. They both unload with strikes now. More back and forth. Dune with a big step up in security and a drop kick to the face. A drop kick to the knees. Priest fights Dune off with an elbow. Dune comes back with a snap German suplex and some stomps to the head. To the hand as fans cheer him on. Priest goes to the floor for a breather. Dune goes to the top and hits a big moonsault to the floor. Taking Priest down on the outside. Fan chant Mamma Mia now. Dune brings it back into the ring and climbs to the top. Priest runs up and cuts him off. Dune slides to the apron and rocks Priest, who is up top still. Dune does a big sit down power bomb, but Priest still kicks out at 2. Fan chant NXT now as the show runs past the 10 p.m. hour. Dune taunts away on Priest now as fans pop. Priest rocks Dune, follows, but Dune takes him down with a flying armbar. Priest fights it off. Dune goes into a triangle. Choke as Priest ends up hitting another big insecurity. Priest launches Dune into the ring post. Fan chant for Priest now. Priest picks Dune up, and he hits a crucifix powerbomb for another close count. Fans pop and chant NXT again. Priest fires an imaginary elbow at Dune, and he calls for the end. Priest runs the ropes and leaps out, taking Dune down on the floor with a big somersault senton. Fan chant, holy crap now. Priest brings him back in the ring for a German suplex, but Dune lands on his feet. Dune rocks Priest in the head. Dune goes up top, but Priest nails a cyclone kick. Priest climbs up and hits a big Frankenstein. Priest follows up with a south of heaven, but Dune still kicks out. Fan chant, this is awesome again. They trade more strikes and unloads on each other in the middle of the ring. Dune gets the upper hand for a second, but Priest joins back in. Dune with a big right hand. Priest fires back with a huge clothesline to turn Dune inside out. Dune counters the reckoning. Priest blocks the bitter end and rocks Dune. Dune counters again with another insecurity. Priest rocks Dune again and springboards at him, but Dune knocks him out of the air. Both superstars are down. Fans give them a standing ovation and chant NXT after the last sequence. Fans chant fight forever as Dune goes up top. Dune goes for the moonsault, but Priest gets the knees up, and Dune lands on them. Priest goes to finish Dune, but Dune grabs the fingers and slides out. The referee gets caught in between them, leading to Priest hitting a low blow kick on Dune. Fans boo as the referee somehow didn't see it. Priest follows up with the reckoning for the pin and the win. The winner of the match, Damon Priest. After the match, Priest stands tall to celebrate as his music hits. We go to replays. Priest makes his exit, stands tall on the ramp, firing his imaginary arrows and smiling back at the ring as Dune recovers on the mat as NXT goes off the air. Next Wednesday's NXT episode on the USA Network, we'll see NXT North American Champion Roger Strong defend NXT title against Keith Lee and Dominic Dijakovic in a triple threat. Strong was originally scheduled to defend his title against Velveteen Dream on next week's show, but WWE did a backstage angle on tonight's show. That's all Undisputed Era take Dream out. General Manager William Regal then announced that the new number one contender, Strong, will be the winner of the rubber match between Keith Lee and Dominic Dijakovic. Strong ended up attacking Lee, and Dijakovic reports a no contest finish in their rubber match. Regal then announced, because of the interference, Strong will now have to defend his title against both Lee and Dijakovic in triple threat next week. No word yet on when Dream will be back in action. It was reported 2 weeks ago in WWE's weekly NXT injury report that Dream suffered a lumbar pain during his title loss to Strong on NXT. Last week's NXT injury report then noted that Dream was listed day to day, but still suffering from lumbar pain. Besides the NXT injury report, which is often just for storylines, there has also been talk within WWE of Dream suffering a legitimate back pain. Regal did note during tonight's segment on Dream that it may be a long time before he's back in action. In other news for Wednesday's show, for Full Sail live from Winter Park, Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley has been announced. Belair and Ripley are currently in the running for a title shot from NXT Women's Champion Shayna Baszler, along with Tegan Nox and Io Shirai. This week's episode saw Baszler confront Nox after her return match with Taynara Conti. Baszler taunted Nox and told her to call her for a title shot once she actually accomplished something. Belair and Ripley have been feuding for a few weeks now, and the winner of next week's match could be in line for a title shot. After Ripley lost a non-title match to Baszler by DQ on September 11th, Ripley defeated Aliyah on October 9th and issued a post-match warning to Baszler. Belair would then defeat Dakota Kai in a post-match promo, including a warning to both Ripley and Baszler. Tonight's episode also saw Io Shirai defeat Kaden Carter. Shirai took shots at Ripley. Belair and Baszler in her post-match promo was interrupted by Ripley. It looks like next week's match could lead to some sort of match between the women for a title shot or number one contenders match. They could book the title match for TV to help compete with AEW Dynamite, or they could save it for the next TakeOver event, which is TakeOver War Games on Saturday, November 23rd, from the Allstate Arena near Chicago during the WWE Survivor Series weekend. More updates as I get them on Dream's status. A few shots from tonight's angle with Strong and Regal, plus graphics for next week's matches. At WWE NXT says, nice try at this link. Nice try, sunshine. At WWE, at this link, to be good. This is going to be good. And at WWE, thank you. At this link, from at Real King Regal. Following injuries were announced coming out of this week's NXT episode, believed to be for storylines for the most part. Velveteen Dream is not medically cleared to compete with undisclosed injuries for the backstage attack by Undisputed Era. Boa re-aggravated his rib injury and suffered a neck injury during the loss of Killian Dane. Both Tegan Nox surgically repaired knees were checked out and were okay following her return match win over Taynara Conti. Keith Lee suffered a lower back injury during no contest with Dominic Dijakovic and is listed day-to-day on the status list. Lee is still scheduled for the NXT North America title triple threat next Wednesday with Dijakovic and champion Roger Strong. That concludes my results for AEW versus NXT, along with MLW, Fusion, and other wrestling. Thanks again. Peace out. See you on me. If you don't know, just call me, brothers and sisters.